For my final project, I decided to use Mouse World as the location of the pictures that I was going to take in Second Life because it combines in a great and fun way all the subjects that we have been studying this last trimester: color, light, texture, rhythm, vertical and horizontal circulation, and space and scale. The use of color in Mouse World is truly fantastic because in some places you can see a huge variety of different colors, while in other specific points you can see that two or three constructions are made using the same few colors so that they all look like the same. The best example for this is the use of white in the space area or the use of orange and brown in the other side. Let's not forget that color is what it is thanks to light. Nevertheless, since we are talking about a virtual world, this is a science fact that we will omit. This does not imply that there is no light in this location. On the contrary, due to the fact that there are no science rules in a virtual world, you can play with light and make any effect that you want. Light is better appreciated at night because there is no sun. In these pictures, we can see that light comes from different places: ceiling, floor, or walls, and it can be in different colors: white, purple, pink, blue, yellow, red, and so on. Light can be either projected in walls, floors, or ceilings, or may not be projected at all, which is the case of the red dots at the base of the rockets. We can also see a picture in which light is in the waves of the ocean, which is produced of the reflection of the moon. Thanks to light and color, and of course the sense to see and feel, we can have many different textures and know how they are either by looking at them or feeling them. In a virtual world you can only look at them, but you can tell how the texture is without having actually the need to touch it. In Mouse World there are many different buildings which are made of different materials, and thanks to that we can say that there are different textures. It is quite often associated, this term, with different materials, and that is why in the pictures we can see that there is wood, stone, bamboo sticks, earth, brick, and other construction elements that give different textures to each building. Every construction should have at least structure, color, light, texture, and rhythm. This last aspect may not seem quite important, but when you start to analyze every building around you, you will see that rhythm is an aspect present, usually in every facade. In these pictures, rhythm is present thanks to use of columns in the main facades of the constructions, which are large and short. The use of columns on the outside makes the building look good and taller. A good architect will not only design using the 5 elements that I previously said, but he or she will have a plan to develop a good circulation and search for the creation of great spaces. Good circulation is not only meant for the one in the same floor, but also refers to the circulation which is to vertical circulation, which is the way in which you move from one floor to another. This circulation is possible thanks to 3 different elements: stairs, ramps, or elevators. As we can see in the pictures, in this location there is only the use of stairs, which have different shapes and textures. They may be with no roof or have a ceiling above them. Some may look like ramps, but they are really stairs, because if they were really lamps they should be much longer. Vertical circulation has a direct and important connection with horizontal circulation because it has a certain level of dependence with this last element. At the beginning of every project, and to be able to fully develop it, an architect must know exactly where the circulation is and what shape will it have. You can't locate a stair in a building until you have decided how its circulation is going to be. And last but not least, there is the importance of space and scale, in which you can appreciate through the pictures that there are many different spaces: short and long, big and tall, tall and long, and so on. In the pictures we can appreciate the many different spaces and how they change the scale, making a human look taller or smaller. Here we have the main street with many different colors and a great perspective. Now we have the rock side with orange as its main colors. Now there is the entrance with a lot of different colors to make it attractive, and the space area with white. We can also see that light comes from different places: floors, ceiling, walls, or even from the center. It can be of different colors. Like I said, it can be pink, orange, purple. Here we have the candle that makes it yellow, and now we have the pink in the castle. We also have the red dots of the rocket, which are not really dots, they're just light bulbs that are not reflected anywhere else. And this is the best example for light, which comes from the ceiling and is reflected on the wall. Here we have the moon reflection that I previously mentioned. Going to texture, we have here the bamboo sticks and some wood. Now we have yellow and white stripes in this space. Here we have water, wood, and earth, and here is wood and brick. As you can see, texture changes all the time. Here is also another great example, which is stone. Going to rhythm, we have here, like I previously said, that different columns or just lines makes a great rhythm. Here we can see that on both sides the columns make a rhythm, and also here. Here is a bigger space and columns are not parallel to each other. Going to vertical circulation, we can see that there are another texture and that they may look like ramps, but they're not really ramps. Here we have a stair with a ceiling above it, and here we have it with a different texture. Now here we can see that the stairs are combined with horizontal circulation, which can be linear, meaning that should go one way, right, like in this huge passageway, or it can be in a huge terrain with no specific direction, like we can see in these pictures. And last but not least, going to space and scale, we here see a huge space, mostly linear. Here is just an immense, huge space. That is another picture of it here. And here you can see a pathway with me on it, so that you can see the relationship between space and scale.